Hello there, friends. Happy Thanksgiving 2019. Long weekend. And look at that, it's beautiful and sunny on our island. Beautiful fall sunny day. And I'm in here on October the 12th or so just to say hello and show you I'm okay. Um, my personal endeavors, my personal issues, and my personal relationship life, and and other, bureaucracy life like divorce and courts and all that stuff. But also my recent separation with my love Laura. You know, we have managed to get in touch and just be decide that being good friends right now is what we need, and support. I think that everybody should always take a few steps back and make sure they are supporting each other and not hurting each other, first of all. Even just friends, it is important to step back and make sure we are not hurting the people we love, because for some reason we often do that, to our friends and our family members. And my other personal issues like my divorce and my old pension plan application being finished and all that stuff, and still working on my dentures. That's all still, going on and slowly taking place. I have found inner peace, and we've all found inner peace at last, and have to come to realize that all this frustration and anger and everything that took place that, turned me back to a bachelor at my place was just a matter of not being mature yet, but it's also incredible how fast we do mature. Let me take a little walk because it's so beautiful. Maturing can take place very fast sometimes, for example, I thought to myself, what is it that I want for a moment there, and stopped and decided what I want, and saw what I'm losing and what's disappearing, and then your choices become much simpler. It was like quitting smoking. I remember it was, oh, she couldn't handle it, the smell or anything, the odor. So it was either that stupid pack of smokes or her, and I wasn't going to make that stupid choice. Of course, I quit smoking. But you gotta make sure you know what you want. So it's better to be patient, peaceful, and chill out, and be good to yourself. Like nutrition, for example. Again, eat. Um, Make sure you get your sleep properly. Make sure you get involved in things like volunteering, and helping others. Helping is very important. To help someone on a daily basis is really, really um, a great fortune, actually. Um, and I've been very stable. Sure, I've been missing my partner a lot, and especially in mornings and at nights. I miss the physical contact, the company, you know. Um, it really makes you think, what it is, what you want very fast, so you can change your personality, which is needs adjustment a lot of the time. Um, that's why sometimes we need to go to retreats and retreat sort of and meditate and go deep inside ourselves. It's something that I actually was reborn in me. Thanks to her going the spiritual way, it was reborn in me to sit back down every day and meditate at home and find, ask myself, like I said, what is it that I want, because I could still have everything and be at peace if I just lost all these expectations, and these dependencies, being so dependent on somebody, for example, that you can't take care of yourself suddenly, But, these are just personality traits that we have to adjust to each other, if we're going to spend our lives together, for example, you know. But it makes your mind up pretty fast, when you lose someone you love. And when they're gone, like the song goes, you don't know what you got till it's gone, and we all know that's true. you really, you can really change your character and personality very fast that way, I believe, because you will suddenly realize you've lost, and you've realized what you've lost, and what you had. And you can either be that asshole, for example, that you were, or you can change and try living a different path, you know, different philosophy, different belief, and really be good to one another like love should be, you know. Um, or remain that someone, that destroyed everything. And right away, for example, I learned a lesson that I don't want to be that guy who has anger mood swings no more. No way. I don't want to be the guy who yells over nothing. I don't want to be the guy, who misses out my beautiful princess, for example, because I'm throwing fits over nothing. It. It's unbelievable how much personal growth happens, after you've already grown. Like, as you see, I have gray hair and I'm still learning so much. In a way, it's a blessing, I believe. Thank you. And as for my program and my tapering of the meds, I am in the program 100%. I had not relapsed except when I was in depression in the first couple months of being alone here. I have overused and sort of OD'd on my own medications that I am prescribed, but no illicit, illegal street drugs or anything like that was involved. I just took too much of my own medicine because I didn't know how to shut down that negative type thinking that was dragging me down, But those mistakes, thank God I only made them and not others, I haven't relapsed into using, going on the street, or going and drinking, and I have not made a mess of my place and or my life or anything like that, I didn't go and end up shooting and using again. No, I was actually just at rehab and just had peed and negative for any illicit street drugs or anything, and my doctor was satisfied. I have gained some weight. and we have ceased the taper not too long ago, so we have just stopped at where we were. And we are going to decide what's good next time we see each other, which is about 4 weeks from now. I've talked to my doctor, and I told her that I might start climbing down again. For now, we just stop because simply I want to do that, you know. Um, I had to go up to 50 for a while in my desperate moments here not too long ago. So 50 milligrams and a couple milligrams of clonazepam. But not relapsed at all into any opiate use or being on the street or anything like that, and not drinking, not partying, not treating myself bad. As you see, I'm pretty good, and I feel okay, and I have some great food. I'm getting hungry, so I might actually go eat some. And it's a beautiful, beautiful fall day. As you see all around me, the cedars are turning like orangey, yellow. It's beautiful. Very typical of the fall cedar trees. And we're enjoying these last beautiful days before our BC, our west coast, becomes the wet coast. And we will have a lot of rain and most likely snow, because the last few years we've had real Canadian winters out here. And hopefully we'll all be blessed and wise enough to live out the remaining time in our lives in peace, in wisdom, and in, mostly in peace, in loving, being good to each other, being patient. Again, I've learned that I have to be patient, and again, be patient, and believe. I will always be that believer. Someone had recently asked their lama at the retreat whether the lama believes in coincidences. His answer was to the student, you can believe the coincidences, or you don't have to believe the coincidences. What we gathered from the answer was that basically you can be a believer, or you don't have to be a believer. That's up to you. And that's when I realized that I am a believer, and I will always be a believer. And I will push and always say, come on, believe. Everything will be all right. There will be no relapsing and no going back to that hell of a life here. No way. Just find a way to somehow become more and more self-sufficient, somehow to become more stable financially, and get off these meds and all these programs, but do it in a wise way. But long before that happens, I would love to go back to volunteering at unbroken chain harm reduction groups in town, and that will happen very soon. I'll see you guys there, and looking forward to seeing you all. And every time I'm in town, it's always a pleasure seeing you all on the street and saying hello. I will be in touch. Just wanted to make sure you guys know I haven't made any bad choices or mistakes. And me and my daughter just had a very pleasant day and night and morning, and we are on very cool basis too. She's an awesome girl, you know. She's really driving me and right now and giving me a lot of power. Um, right now, whenever I have cravings, for example, think about these things. When I think about her, she is incredible, you know. She's 12 now, but she's almost my height, and she is someone you can sit down and have a serious conversation with, and someone who can cook food with you in the kitchen and do all these things, you know, and hang out later and enjoy playing soccer or a game or a movie. She's very awesome and really gives me a lot of inspiration. Makes my heart smile. So everything, time will show everything, and it might be a good outcome, might be a so-so outcome. Who knows? Either way, let's have good thoughts and believe, you know, become wiser. Choose your battles. Don't just relapse. Don't just go and drink away, or don't just go and snort away, or don't go and, you know, shoot everything up your vein. Don't do it. What it later will be is just a huge headache, and I literally mean headache, plus a huge moral headache. Yeah, you will be pissed, really angry, and we don't want that to happen. We've been there, we've done that, right? So, not to bore you any further, happy Thanksgiving. If your family and friends are around, be grateful, be thankful, and thank you very much, sun and water, for helping our plants and in our gardens this year. Um, Thank you very much for everything, for our friends, for our loved ones, for the lessons learned and lessons we are going to learn, you know, because life is a never ending lesson. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lesson in just a moment. Ciao. One love.